Yes, yes, Ad will continue.
Right. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Hi, guys. This is Vamsi here. I was a trainer for the Power BI. So I have a multiple. So just before starting the session, just let me introduce myself. So just a little bit,
Yeah,
2 minutes.
audible.
Yeah, fine. Thank you. So just a 2 minutes. I don't want to take much time. Just about myself, just a 2 minutes. I just want to tell you about my experience. Uh, just give me a second, guys. Right. So this is about myself, guys. This is Vamsi Krishna, Vamsi Krishna Buttula. I'm almost all having somewhere around 20 plus years of experience, almost all 20 plus. It's already 20 years completed, almost all. And it is 20 plus years of experience, guys. So my main specialization from the last 20 years, I was working with the data. So I was an expert in database management, like database tools like Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL. Apart from that, I was also an expertise in database administration. And after that, I was into the business intelligence tools, Microsoft Business Intelligence tools. After that, I moved to big data technologies. And after that, I was from last 7 years, I was into the data science. My main expertise is data science, guys. And as part of the data science, we uses data visualization tools. I'll tell you regarding the introduction. In the introduction class, I'll tell you. So from last 7 years, I was into the data science. One of my certification and my expertise is I have done one certification program from IIIT Hyderabad. So IIIT Hyderabad is one of the top institute in India. Mainly does a lot of research on the information technology. So I think you heard about IIIT, Hyderabad, Delhi. These are one of the top the institutes in India regarding the information technology. So I was collaborated with various training academies like DURGASOFT and XLR. XLR is also one of the corporate level training academy. So where they will provide the trainings on various technologies. I was handling the training programs on MySQL and Power BI, etc. As part of the XLR, guys. So this is about myself. This is just about myself. So today is your first introduction class. So I introduced myself. I think you got some idea about my expertise and all these things. So today, a couple of days, I will take some introduction part, guys. Like I'm not going to start with anything about the practical implementation. Just as we all of you know that we are all of you here to learn something about the Power BI. So nowadays, Power BI has became a common skill, guys, which everybody is trying to learn and everybody is trying to become an expert in the Power BI. So nothing to give the introduction. For example, if it is data science, I have to give some introduction, like what is data science, because many people do not know much about what is data science. But here Power BI is not like that. Nowadays, everybody came to know about what is Power BI. So maybe all of you who has already attending the session as of now. So all of you have a little bit idea about that. Though you are not experts in that, you may hear about Power BI and why do you require the Power BI. So today's class is just like my first introduction session. So just I will try to just introduce what is Power BI, what we can do with the Power BI, what are the other competitors for Power BI, what are the different ways we can do it, and etc. Just an overall idea about what is Power BI, I'll just give you. And apart from that, how our training program is scheduled and how our course curriculum is going to be going on. So all these things I will introduce, guys. So a couple of days, I'll give you some demo sessions. You can attend it free of cost. And after that, once the 3 demo classes completed, then you have to pay the fee and we have to register for the course for the regular classes, guys. Okay. So that's it, guys. That is about myself, and that is what is our action plan for the today's class, guys. Anyone, just before going to the session, any questions from your side? Anyone? Right. So let us go ahead, guys. So just I'll ask you some few questions. So it is an online session. So it's an online session means it is not like a video training. So just sitting before a movie or something like you're watching a web series or a videos or something like a movie. So you have to be interactive. So I'll ask you some few questions. So please, you have to answer them. Okay, so don't feel that it is just like a video training. It is not a video training, guys. It is an instructor-led training program, live instructor-led training program. So why we have moved to online, guys? So due to the pandemic, once the pandemic has started, so we got the necessity to connect through the online. So it is the good, it's a like an, it gets convenient environment only. So there is nothing like online, we cannot learn online better than off. It's better to go for offline. Nowadays, technology has been improved. So offline, online, it's nothing matters. Anything is a fine. Okay, so before going to the discussion, guys, let me ask you some few questions. Anybody, guys, what do you know about Power BI? Anybody can tell me what do you know about Power BI, guys? Anyone? Any of you?
It's a data visualization tool.
Okay, it is a data visualization tool. Okay, who developed it?
Microsoft.
Okay, it's a Microsoft products. Okay, a data visualization software or a tool, whatever we call it as, a software or a tool from Microsoft. Okay, from Microsoft. Can you just elaborate it? What is a data visualization software can do? What it can do basically? Why do you require a data visualization tool or a software?
To showcase the data in a very simplified manner, so
Yeah,
that
Okay.
everybody can understand.
Okay. Okay, fine. That is fine. So what it can do? What is a data visualization software will do? That's it.
So it converts like Excel file to a graph.
Is it only Excel file?
No, database and text.
Okay, fine. Just to say that,
Cloud.
yeah, fine. Yeah, good, guys. Data visualization software is nothing but simple, which can convert. So you're telling what is the advantage of using a data visualization? Why should I do the data visualization? What I'm asking is what a data visualization software will do. Simple. It will convert the raw data, whatever the raw data was there, which is in a format of, can be Excel sheet, can be a CSV file, or can be some other data, whatever it may be. So convert the raw data into a colorful and a beautiful visuals, guys. It is going to be a beautiful visuals. So convert the raw data, whatever the raw formatted data was there, which we can convert into, which is nothing but into a visual format. Like for example, I'm not taking any large data here now, just an example it is going to be. So let us say that month and how much quantity a company, let us say that take some sales. So how much quantity, let us say that we are working for some company like Dell. So how much laptops they have been sold in each and every month, like January, for example. So let us say that they have sold 2,314, they have been sold. In the month of February, they have sold 1,846, they have sold. In the month of March, let us say that they have sold 2,842, something. Let us say that in the month of April, let us say that this has been went up to 3,800. Like that, we have the data related to up to some, just a very small data set, up to December. That means 12 months data was there. Now, let us say that my manager or my company wants to know, like, tell me in which year, in which month we are having the highest sales, or in which month we are having the least sales. So it's a very small data. We have to read all these 12 values. We have to find out which one is going to be the highest value it is, or which one is going to be the least value. We have to find it out. So instead of having the data like this, if you can just convert into a simple visual, like for example, this is Jan and it is Feb and it is March, April, let us say something like the data we are having up to December. Let us say that in the month of January, it is somewhere around 2,314. February, let us say that 1,846. March, let us say that I'm representing little bit related to data only. I'm just not drawing it randomly. April, it is going to be somewhere around 3,800. So something like that, we can see the data. And somewhere we can see some data here now. So something like this, we can see some other data here, what we can see the data. Just an example, I'm saying that. So here, to identify which month is having the highest sales, which month is having the least sales, we have to read all these 12 values and we have to find out which one is the highest or which one is going to be the least. We have to find it off. Here, it is converted into a visual. This is nothing but what we call it as a bar chart, what we call it as. So it's a bar chart. So using a bar chart, you need not to read the values also. So which month is having the highest sales this month? Which month is having the least sales? Even you don't know the values also does not matter. So like a bars, like a columns or bars, whatever we call it as. So using this, we can simply just within a fraction of second, without reading any values there, you can just identify this month is having the highest sales and this month is having the least sales. We can identify that. So why should I convert the data into the visuals? Basically, for easy interpretation of the data or understanding the data. Okay, so somebody is saying that interpretation of the data. So for easy interpretation of the data, you want to understand the data. First of all, why we have to understand the data? Why? Because they want to take some kind of a business decisions. Okay, so the company wants to increase the sales. Simply, every company. So nowadays, every company is concentrating on how to improve their business. They don't want to stay at the same level where they have started. So the company wants to improve the sales. So whenever the company want to improve the sales, so in which month? First of all, they have to know in which month we are having the highest sales is there, in which month we are having the least sales is there. So during the least sales, whenever there is a least sales is there, so obviously if you give some more discounts, if you can give the discounts to the customers, then maybe the sales maybe increases. So like that, they want to first of all find out. So instead of reading all this data, if you convert this into a visual, that is going to be a better way to understand the data. Based on that, they can take some kind of a business decisions. So nowadays, they are not taking the business decision randomly. So for every business decision they want to take, they want to have some kind of a support. That's why we are going to call these systems as a decision support systems, what we call it as. So why they call it as decision support systems? Why? Because to make a business decision, there must be support must be there. So this is the support. So in this month, why we are giving the discounts? Why? Because in this month, the sales is less. So let us improve the sales by giving a discount during that particular month. So something like that, we can just go for this kind of a business decision we can go for. And there is also one scientific reason is also there, guys. It is also one scientific reason is there. We all of you know that anything, that means whenever you want to read or analyze anything, you know that our human body, so brain is the main, our human brain is going to be the mainly responsible for processing all this data, right? So that need to be processed by whatever we see, whatever we hear, whatever we taste, everything has to be processed by the human brain. So our human brain can process the data, which is going to be, so whenever we compare with the raw data values versus whenever we talk about the visuals. So whenever the human brain has to process the data and process the visuals, so visuals are going to be 10 times faster than the data analysis. That means your human brain can process the data, the visuals, 10 times faster than the time taken to process the data values, whatever the raw formatted data was there. So that is the reason if we can find out the small kids who are at the age of 3 years, 2 years, 3 years, they can recognize the colors first. Initially, they will recognize the colors and shapes. And then after that, the alphabets and the digits and all these things comes later. Isn't it? So if you just recollect once, if you see any kid, so they can identify the colors. If they ask him, what is this color, green, red, all these things. Isn't it? So basically, they cannot recognize the numbers. They cannot recognize the alphabets initially. After they grow up like 4 years or 5 years, then they can recognize the digits and alphabets. So the human brain is also going to process the visuals, so 10 times faster than the normal time taken to process the data. So that is also one scientific reason why generally we can go for. So faster and easy interpretation of the data. Why we have to do that? For supporting some kind of a business decisions. Okay, so how to perform this data visualization now? Whenever you talk about the data visualizations, guys, so generally most of the people does not knows about that. Why? Because they knows maybe, but they don't explain these particular topics like this, guys. How many ways you can perform the data visualizations? Anybody knows, guys, what are the different ways you can do the data visualization? Anyone, guys, what are the different ways which we can do the data visualizations? No one? Yes, guys, yes or no? Just at least respond. Do you know, or yes or no? That's it.
No.
No, sir.
No,
sir.
Maybe all of you have an idea about that. Maybe you're missing the point. Okay, no worries. Data visualization.
Pie chart, histogram.
Okay, you are talking about what type of visuals we are going to use it. I'm asking how can you perform the data visualization? So yes, using Power BI, can you do the data visualization, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, so how the data visualization is done by using Power BI? Maybe you are not experts in that, or you may not be used ever previously also. But I think all of you know that. How do you do that? Will you write any code and all these things in Power BI, or just by using a drag and drop?
Drag and drop.
It's a
Just by
drag and
using
drop.
drag.
Yes.
Drag and drop. Generally, if you do the drag and drop, generally we are going to call them as an GUI based, right?
Yes.
So there are two ways are there, guys. Data visualization can be done in two ways. One is by using coding based. That means by writing some coding.
Right.
And the second one is going to be by using the GUI based, what we can do that. What is meaning of coding based? Coding based means what we have to do? We have to write some code for that. We have to write some code for that, guys. So whenever you want to write some code, we have to use some language. So what are the popular languages where we can do the data visualization by using some languages like, anybody guess?
SQL.
Yes, Python. Using SQL, we can't do the data visualization. SQL is basically for data. Yes, Python and R. Some examples what we can say. So Python and R is the two popular languages where you can use the data visualization by coding based. So what do you feel, guys? Is coding based you can say that is an advantage or disadvantage, guys?
Disadvantages.
Disadvantages, like examples. What are the disadvantages? Yes, somebody saying that at disadvantages. What is the disadvantages?
This time taken process.
Yes,
mostly.
absolutely. It is going to be time consuming. Absolutely, it is going to be time consuming. Plus, second thing is user need to be expert. So, for example, if you want to, if you want to do the coding, obviously need some kind of an expertise is also required, right? Need some expertise. So, in some languages like Python or R, something like that, we have to use it. And using these particular languages, we can do it, guys. So, time consuming and some kinds of need some kind of an expertise. So examples are Python and R examples what we can take in, guys. The second way is nothing but GUI based. GUI based means you need not to write any code for that. It is simple. It is going to be drag and drop. It is going to be drag and drop operations what we can do that. I think all of you have an idea about that. What is meaning of GUI based? So graphical user interface, what we call it as. So all of you know that, like how to create a folder. Generally, how do you create a folder, guys? In the desktop, whenever you want to create a folder, how do you create generally, guys?
We click right click.
Just we are going to right click there and just we'll go to the new option and we are going to go for a folder. This is what we generally call it as an GUI based. Why? Because we are not writing any code. It's going to be GUI based. Second thing is we are having the command based is there. So you can just open a command prompt here. And then what we can do is, so using this particular command prompt also, we can just connect it and we can do the application. Anybody guys, how to create a directory by using command?
No.
No, it's a general basic ideas, right? It's a basic computer knowledge. It's not any expertise. It is going to be mkdir. So mkdir, for example, I'm going to create, which is going to be a test folder. I'm going to create it. This is make directory. Immediately one folder is going to be gets created, guys. Can you see there? There is going to be a test folder going to be there.
Yes.
Isn't it? So this is GUI based. Right click, click on new and go for folder. It's a GUI. No need to write any command, nothing to do. Just right click and use your mouse. No need to use your keyboard at all. But whereas this is going to be something what we are going to call it as a command based, what we have to do that. So similarly, whenever you want to remove the folder, which is going to be rmdir or remove directory or remove something, we have to use a command and we have to do that. So command, it's a command made. It's nothing but it's a command based. It means you have to use completely the keyboard. GUI based means you need not to write any keyboard or we need not to use any keyboard. Everything is going to be done by your mouse itself. Simple drag and drop. Examples, obviously we know that. Examples of GUI based data visualization tools is nothing but you know that it's a Power BI. So any other tools of data visualization, guys?
Tableau.
It's absolutely, it is going to be Tableau. And any other? We are having, have you heard, guys? It is going to be ClickSense, ClickView, whatever you want, we can call it as, guys. So what is the advantage of using GUI based? Automatically the same thing. In coding based, it is time consuming, but here it is going to be consumes very less time, guys. Just which is going to be less time. And next one is, we do you require any much expertise?
Yes.
no expertise is required. We don't say that complete without having an expertise. At least if you know how to use a computer, just what is data, simple, what is going to be the, why do we require the data visualization? So no expertise is going to be required, guys. So without having any much expertise, or better to say that instead of saying no expertise, no prerequisites are required, guys. So we don't require any prerequisites, no programming language, C, C++, Java, .NET, nothing languages are going to be required, guys. Simple drag and drop operations, what we can do that. And coding based means don't think that it is going to be, yes, it's a time consuming, compare with that, but don't expect that we are going to take a lot of time. We have to write hundreds of lines of code, not required. That is also very easy, guys. Just a 2 to 3 lines of code, if you write it, that is sufficient. That also becomes a visualization. Nowadays, even visualization is also has become very easy using some coding based, guys. Mainly, as I said that I was into the data science. Mostly in our data science concepts, mostly we are going to be using coding based only. We prefer to completely work with the coding based. Completely. So I'll just show you some examples. Don't worry, it's not related to you. I'm going to just show you, because I works in the data science also, how important the data visualization is for the data science people. So don't worry, I'll just show you just in the today morning only. My data science classes also will be there. Mainly my subject is data science and Power BI. Data science classes and as well as Power BI classes. Generally both, these are both mainly the two subjects which I generally deals with. So just today morning only, just one small practical example which contains a lot of visualizations. I'll just show you some examples to do that. Just don't worry, it's not relevant to you and no need to worry about that also. So don't worry. So this is relevant to some data science related. Just don't worry what I am talking about that. Just see how the visualizations has been done completely with the help of some kind of an, what we can say is by using some data visualizations only what we have done. See there, some kind of a data visualization, complete data visualization. Without the data visualization, we can't work with them completely. It is going to be a completely visual what we can see them. See there how I visualized this. This is going to be how we have done the visualizations. So these are all going to be some kind of an visualizations what we can do them. All of them are visualization. See, I have created some visualization here just only by writing some few lines of code, just a 3 lines of code, 4 lines of code, what we can do that. This is what is the basic importance of the data visualizations. Completely will depend on the data visualizations, guys. Okay, so nothing to do. So nothing relevant to you. Just I'm saying that by using some coding means, don't expect that you will write a huge lines of code and we are going to do that. I'll show you guys. I'll show you an application. So one point we can add up them. So Power BI is a data visualization software from Microsoft. So I'm adding a small extra point, guys. It is a GUI-based data visualization software. So learning Power BI is very easy. Why? Because no prerequisites is required. Everything is going to be done with the help of GUI-based. No need to write any coding. No need of writing any logics. Nothing to write, guys. Maximum drag and drop options only we can do that. No need to write. Lot of help will be there. Almost all the development, this Power BI, using the Power BI, creating of visualizations is very, very easy, guys. And the other competitors for the Power BI is Tableau. Mostly Power BI and Tableau, guys. These are the most competitors. 90% of the companies will either use as Power BI and Tableau. Majority of the market share is for Power BI, guys. The reason is also very simple. The main reason is the low cost. Compared with the Tableau, it is going to be Power BI is a little bit lower cost, guys. With high flexibility, more features and frequent updates. Every month they will update, guys. So every month they will be having a Power BI update will be there. I'll show you how to install and how to get the updates also. I'll tell you. So low cost compare with the other tools, compare with the Tableau, and which is having a low cost with a high productivity, which is having a lot of functional features are there. an easy platform, one of the very easy platform where we can share the reports and all these things. We can do it in very easy way, guys. So that is what basically we can talk about the Power BI. So before going to that, because I was in the market, in the industry, software industry from the last 20 years. So I know I have seen like how the changes has been taken place. So how the changes, how these tools has been changed over the time period, what are the different tools that came into the picture. So I can just give you some history about that. Let us see some history, guys. So how the Power BI, when the Power BI came into the market. So before Power BI, what type of data visualization tools we used to have it. So let us have a small discussion about that. Okay. Now, so coming to the discussion, so let us see the history, guys. Let us see the history about that. Okay. So what is this history and how to work with this? Let us have some small discussion regarding that. Okay. So let us categorize this data visualization tools into 3 generation tools, I call it as, guys. So it is going to be first generation reporting tools. And then we are having the second generation reporting tools. And we are having a third generation reporting tools. Generally, we call the current, whatever the latest, whatever the currently we are working is comes under the third generation reporting tool, the latest what we are talking about. So like when what is the first generation? When the first generation reporting tool has been came, guys, approximately you can say somewhere around 25 years back you can take in, guys. That means you can take somewhere around before the year 2000. Before the year 2000, so how the reporting used to be there, guys? At that time, there used to be only one reporting tool what we used to use in, guys. That is nothing but they used to use something called as an crystal reports. Even still, some companies are still using the crystal reports, guys. I'll tell you. So why that old, very old one? Now it has been taken over by SAP, guys. So now it is now within the control of SAP. SAP is also using some crystal reports up to some extent, not completely. They're having their own reporting tools. So before 2000s, guys, they used to be having something about the crystal reports. Then only one tool, one popular tool, crystal reports used to be the popular tool which we used to use around before 2000s. Then second generation reporting tools has came between, you can say that almost all between the year of 2000 to 2012, the second generation reporting tools has came, guys. Almost all somewhere around 12 years. So completely we used to work with the second generation reporting tool. And why a new generation reporting tools will come, guys? Obviously, there is some change in the architecture or some kind of a new technology has been came into the picture. So why? Then why when crystal reports are there, why you got the second generation reporting tool? Why? Because is around in the beginnings of 2000, guys, there was an introduction to business intelligence. So you know that, right? What is Power BI? What is that BI stands for? Business intelligence, what we used to call it as. So in beginning of 2000, we have got the introduction to business intelligence. So huge volumes of data, like they used to call it as data warehouse systems, what we used to call it as data marts. And they used to call it as, which is going to be Snowflake schemas. And there is going to be Snowflake schemas and star schemas. Okay, these are going to be some terminologies, guys. If you want, you can just go to BI. So we can see this kind of an schemas. And these are the terminologies what they used to use. So being the crystal reports is not that much supportive for BI. So they started developing some new type of tools what we got in, guys. Some of the tools I'll tell you, guys, like we have Cognos. Cognos is a product which was developed by a company called as Cognos, but now it has been taken over by IBM. Now IBM has taken over the Cognos. Same as it is, we used to have BO, which is nothing but business objects. Now it has been taken by SAP. Actually, Crystal Reports was taken by BO. BO was now taken by SAP. Now Crystal Reports is within the control of SAP now. Why? Because Crystal Reports was taken over by BO, Business Objects. Business Objects has now taken over by SAP. Now we call it as SAP BO, what we call it as. And we used to have another reporting tool. I was an expert, as I said that, right? For almost all 4 or 5 years, I worked on a tool called as an MSBI, Microsoft Business Intelligence Tools. So there we used to have something called as an SSRS, SQL Server Reporting Services. It is also from Microsoft. So Microsoft is having already one reporting tool is there, guys, SSRS. So that was started in early 2005. It was started in 2005. Even now also SSRS is there, guys. Even as of now also some companies are using SSRS, and I'll show you also the difference between Power BI and SSRS also I'll tell you. But because in interviews they may ask you, so like when already Microsoft, what are the different visualization tools you know? So why Microsoft has came up with Power BI when already there is a tool is there, SSRS. I'll tell you guys, I'll show you that SSRS tool also. We don't work on it, but I'll show you how the SSRS and how the Power BI will differentiate. I'll tell you. So this is SQL Server reporting services from Microsoft. Like that, these are all basically to support the business intelligence software or business intelligence. They have developed this one, guys. So this is why, what is the reason for that? Introduction to business intelligence. The business intelligence came into the picture to support all that particular business intelligence applications. They have developed these particular, because Crystal Reports is not that much supportive and it is not convenient to work with business intelligence tools. Then the third generation reporting tools, guys, it is nothing but after almost all after 2012 to as of the present. This is the third generation reporting tools. Like as you know that already, the whatever we have discussed, Power BI, and we are having a Tableau, all these are going to be comes under the third generation reporting tools. Then when the second generation reporting tools are there, then why the third generation reporting tool has been came when Microsoft is already having? So why the Power BI or why the Tableau has been came? The reason is nothing but at that time when early 2000s, we don't have any cloud computing. But after 2012, we have got cloud computing. So to support that particular cloud computing, the third generation reporting tool has came, guys. So mainly third generation reporting tools has been came to support the cloud computing, guys. It is going to be cloud computing. So as you know that, for example, take SSRS. Simple to say that SSRS. So generally it's a little bit idea, guys. Whenever you want to create a report, first of all, we have to pull the data. From where we have to pull the data. So basically when it comes to SSRS can get the data somewhere around 15 different type of data sources. 15, only just a hardly 15 different type of sources. Like among that, majority of them are going to be Microsoft SQL Server. Okay, and apart from that, Oracle database, some analysis services database, one or two, which is going to be cloud databases or cloud storages, etc., etc. Hardly the SQL Server reporting services, SSRS, can connect to approximately somewhere around 15 different type of sources. But whereas Power BI, guys, almost all as of now, it can connect almost all somewhere around 200 plus different type of data sources. So the first difference you can find it there, guys. The first difference you can find there is SSRS supports only connecting to only somewhere around 15, 16 only, not more than that. Not even more than 20, 15, almost all 15 different type of data sources only, they can get the data. But Power BI can get the data from almost all 200 plus different type of data sources. Among these 200, majority of them are going to be cloud only, guys. Majority of them is going to be from the cloud storages. They can connect to many of the Azure data storages. They can connect with Amazon Web Services data storages. They can connect, guys. Even they can work with some of the Google, which is going to be the popular data sources. Majority of the cloud computing systems, they can connect and they can pull the data from those particular services, guys. So Azure, AWS, or which is going to be Amazon and Google cloud storages, they can connect it. Majority of them are from the cloud storages. I'll show you within 1 or 2 days. I'll show you the difference, guys. So that is the reason, guys. So why the BI came into the picture. So when BI came into the picture, the whatever the Crystal reports we used to use earlier, they're unable to support them. They're unable to handle that particular large volumes of data. That's why what they did is they have got the Cognos, business objects, SSRS, and data warehouses, star schemas, snowflake schemas, data marts, data warehouses. This came into the picture. After that, cloud came into the picture, guys. So when the cloud came into the picture, these are unable to connect to those particular cloud storages. So Power BI has been came up with a solution saying that instead of connecting with only somewhere around 15 or 16 data sources like earlier, we are now connecting. Keep on updating, guys. Initially, when it started with 2012, it's a very small software. But over the time period, almost all every month, they will update them, guys. 200 plus different sources, the Microsoft Power BI can connect here now. So using this, I can connect with many of the cloud storages as well as databases also. So many databases are there. Almost all somewhere around, you can say 30 different type of databases. Almost all somewhere around 30, 35, 40 different type of cloud storages. There are so many other other databases are there, other storages they can connect it. Approximately 200 plus. Whereas the previous generation system like SSRS, it is only 15 different type of data sources only they can connect, guys. So that is the reason why the Microsoft came up with a new solution called as Power BI. So don't think that Power BI is just nothing but the updated version of SSRS. It is not an updated version, guys. It is a successor of the SSRS. SSRS is different, Power BI is different. Both are from Microsoft. Both are the data visualization tool, but the architecture SSRS uses is different. Whatever the architecture or whatever the process, what the Power BI uses is completely different. I'll explain the differences. The difference between SSRS and Power BI, I'll show you the difference, guys. But one point keep in mind, though we are learning Power BI, guys, it is not that don't think that we are learning only Power BI. We are learning a data visualization skill. That is the main point you have to remember, guys. So, sorry. Whether you learn Power BI, whether you learn Tableau, whether you learn a ClickView or ClickSense, whatever it may be, data visualization terminologies are the same, guys. Data visualization terminologies will be the same. The type of the visualizations, generally I'm talking about bar charts, line charts, scatter plots, pie charts. Okay, there are going to be some kind of a common charts, guys. Just if you know what is a line chart, why do you require a line chart? Whether you do it by using Power BI, whether you do it by using Tableau, whether you do it by using ClickSense, whatever it may be, the concept is same. So what do you place it on x-axis? What do you place it on y-axis? What is a legend? So it's a general terminology, guys. So once if you learn one data visualization tool, learning the other data visualization tools is very easy and very simple, guys. It's not that much complicated. So we are not specifically, because we have to use one tool to learn the skill. That's why we are using Power BI. Do you want to learn Tableau? Yes, Tableau also the same reporting tool, but easy to learn is Power BI. That's why most of the people prefer to learn the Power BI rather than using the Tableau, guys. Okay, so that is the main reason why people are preferring to learn the Power BI. So the next main point we have to discuss here is, okay, sir, why we are learning Power BI? So see, everyone who is learning Power BI may not become a data. So generally what we will call it a data visualization expert, or just let us say that we are going to call him as a report developer. Generally we are going to call him as. So what type of roles? So what type of a role that you can get once you complete your this particular training program, guys? I'll tell you what are the different types of roles are there. So it's not that only a person who want to become a report developer or a data visualization expert. The first role is obviously you can say that report developer, we'll call them as. So what is report developer responsibility, guys? So the clients and managers will ask, I want so and so report. So what is our main responsibility here is, you have to create or we have to design the reports. We have to design and we have to share the reports. Just that is your work. So design the report as part of the requirement and share the reports to your client or to your manager according to the requirement. That is what we call it as report developers. So generally, if you learn the Power BI, you can just get the job like Power BI developer will be there. So you can find out a lot of jobs on Power BI developer. You have a lot of jobs are there, guys, at different level, at different experience. We are having the report developers, but it does not means that a person who learns Power BI, only a report developer will learn it, guys. Nowadays, lot of different roles has been came. Like nowadays, you are hearing about a very popular role called as data analyst. So a data analyst, what is the responsibility of a data analyst? He has to analyze the data, and whatever the data he has analyzed, that he has to give the data to the clients or the manager in a report format. And to understand the data in a more clear, in a more and more easily understandable, data visualization is going to help him. So to become a data analyst, only Power BI is not sufficient. You have to learn some other tools also, guys. Like some people will learn SQL plus Along with that, some Python they will learn, plus some Excel they will learn, plus some data visualization software. It may be a Power BI or it may be a Tableau, does not matter. See guys, if you go for a data analyst course, these are the whatever the roles what they are going to teach you. SQL, Python, Excel, and visualization tool. It may be a Power BI or it may be a Tableau, any one of the tool what they will learn. That is what a data analyst or a business analyst nowadays they are calling about that. Apart from that, like data engineering people, nowadays data engineering people also guys. So data engineering people also, they requires a little bit knowledge about visualizations, but they will learn something about SQL plus Python plus not Excel sheet, but they will be learning about something about the big data plus some kind of a visualization skill. So what I mean to say is different roles of people will learn the data visualizations. So everyone who has been attending this this particular training program, you need not to become only report developer after learning this Power BI software, Power BI training. So you can go as a data analyst, but along with that, you have to learn some other tools and languages we have to learn. And as I said that myself is a data science expert. So even myself, it is going to be data science. In data science, what we are going to learn guys, mainly we are going to learn something about machine learning, deep learning, NLP, okay, some maths, some stats, mathematics and statistics is going to be there. Plus along with that, some kind of a visualization software is what we require. So like this guys, but as I said that no, most of the data science people will do the data visualizations by using coding only. They don't prefer to use any tools at all. Maximum will do it by using coding only. Like that, it's not only these guys, almost all nowadays, everyone who want to understand the data or who want to analyze the data or who want to present the data in an easy understandable format. For example, your managers will be there. So how the manager, what is the current status of the project? So 50% completed, 70% completed, how they will give? So they will going to give everything in a visual format to the clients. They don't say that, so this many hours we completed, this many things what we completed. No. So they'll give everything in a some kind of an progress bar or something like that. So different visualizations are available. So this is our target. So this is currently everything is going to be in a visually only. They will maximum, they will try to provide that information with the other people. Why? Because easy understandable and easy interpretation of the data can be done with the help of the data visualizations. So like that means what I mean to say this, almost all nowadays it has been become a common skill guys. Data visualization. Only the thing is depending on your requirement, whether to go for advanced level or whether you want to go for a basic level or intermediate level. That depends on the requirement. Report developer means he has to become an expert. He need to be complete expertise in the report development. Whereas this data analyst, data engineers, you need not to go to the expertise level. Just if you go to intermediate level, that is sufficient. There is going to be just intermediate level is going to be sufficient. For some people, only just basic level, only basic level reporting is going to be sufficient. Like that, depending on your requirement and role and what is your expertise you require, you can learn at whatever the level you require in guys. Okay, but here we are going to learn expertise level only after completion of this training program. So you can become a Power BI developer or you can become a Power BI expertise or a data visualization expertise you can become here now. And coming to our training program guys. So what generally we are, what you can expect from our side, that is nothing but the first thing is it's a completely instructor-led training program guys. Why I'm specifically saying instructor-led training programs? Why specifically I'm pointing out this? Generally we call it as ILT sessions, what we call it as. So in some training programs you can see in guys, in online nowadays there are a lot of training programs are there. They says that initially 1 or 2 days they will take, instructor will be there. After that what they says is once the demos are completed, they says that we are going to give you the recording videos and you have to learn from the recording videos. And what is the explanation behind that? Explanation behind that, what they will say is simply they says that by saying that you can learn at your convenient time. So recorded videos, we'll give the recorded videos every 1 week. We'll conduct a doubts clarification session. So whenever you have a doubt, you can just connect to your mentor, or at the end of the week, we'll conduct we'll connect over the online to clarify your questions. But in the case, that means if you want to learn like that, Generally people think that, so if you learn videos, so instead of learning for 60 days, 2 months, 3 months, you can learn within 1 month of time. So generally that does not happen, guys. So video training is going to be different. Instructor-led training is going to be different. So video training means initially, so everybody is going to be shows very interest. They will complete 10 sessions within 1 or 2 days of time. But after that, it is not that much convenience. It's not that much feasible to go through that particular video trainings. So, but here from the starting from the first session up to the last session, I will be there every day. Specific timing will be there. Normal video trainings, what will happen? So today you're busy with some other work. What you will do that? You will postpone this training program for tomorrow. So after that, or somewhere you have been got it out. So you have to wait up to the Saturday. But because there will not be, otherwise there will be live instructor will be there. You can just clarify your doubts. But here it is not like that. It's a purely instructor-led training program, starting from the first class up to the last class. And second thing is, like here, okay, every day we'll give the recorded videos, but not for the learning from that. Whatever the class we have completed today, so every day-to-day recording video will be shared to you. Your session recorded video only will give you guys day-to-day recording videos. So every day after completion of the class, so maybe it may take 1 or 2 hours of time because it has to be processed. Recording videos are going to be given to you. Why? What is the reason for that? So this recorded videos, why we are giving is, as you know that it is an online session. So there are some technical issues will be there. Some people may have a power failure, internet down or internet slow, or maybe for some reason you are unable to connect on a day. So what has been happened in the class? If it is a classroom training, so next day you can come to the class and you can ask the other participants or whatever the participants are, what happened yesterday, what topic has been done. Here it is not like that. It's a online class, so you cannot ask anybody what is the topic and nobody can explain you completely also. So basically for refreshing the topic and just for referring the topic for repeated times, you are going to get the recorded videos, what we can get it. Day-to-day recording videos will be there. And all the soft copy materials will be given through the drive, guys. Material through the Google Drive, we are going to give it. Even recording videos are also from the drive access only, guys. From Google Drive, we are going to give it, guys. Okay. And apart from that, a lot of assignments and assessments will be given. And to get just to get assessment, how much extent you have been learned, all these things, what we can do that. And at the last, not only at the last, guys, for almost all for every concept, we are going to do some kind of a projects and case studies. We are going to do it, guys. A lot of case studies we are going to do that. For every concept, we are going to do some kind of a case study. So these are all going to be some of the things what you can expect from our side. It's a purely instructor-led training program. If you have any doubts, you are allowed to speak, guys. In some of the training programs, you are not allowed to speak. You can only chat. But here it is not like that. You are allowed to speak. You can unmute yourself. You can speak. If you have any problem with the audio, you can just chat. Even whatever the question you have asked, everyone can see them. In some training programs, what they will do, guys, they will allow you to chat. They will allow you to chat only with the instructor only. Nobody knows what is the question. If you have asked any question, so nobody knows about what you are asking. But here everyone knows about what you are asking. So I have to answer the question. So like that, these are going to be some of the things what you can get it through the training program. And what we are expecting from your side also, guys. From your side is going to be mainly we expect something like, first of all, I recommend, because I'm not saying that it's mandatory. Maximum you try to connect with from the laptops only, guys. So log in from laptops with good internet connection. So otherwise what will happen here is you are going to miss something. So generally I have seen some people who are connecting from the mobiles. They say that I'm connecting from my mobile. So you know that mobile is not that much convenient to view and understand them, because mainly this is data visualization. So colorful screens, colorful we have to see means we have to have a good laptop. So which is going to be with good internet connection is going to be recommended, guys. And second thing is going to be daily, regular. You should be regular to the session. So regular and attending the session, guys. Regular attendance, and which is going to be, we don't capture your attendance, but regular attendance, and also we have to require some practice also going to be gets required, guys. So regular practice is there. So daily, if we can afford 2 hours of time, guys, 1 hour session, guys, the theory, whatever the class I'm teaching you, plus 1 hour practice from your side. So that's it, guys. Daily 2 hours if you can attend, So within 2.5 months, we can become a Power BI expert. So regularly attend them and practice them. So do some case studies, whatever the case studies I'm going to give, attempt the assessments and assignments, and just try to understand what is your level of understanding. So try to explore new things. I'll have a lot of documentations will be there. So regularly, if you do this, guys, that is sufficient. You can become an expert. Hardly, we don't require that much time also, guys. Hardly it is going to be somewhere around 8 to 10 weeks is sufficient for the training program. So 8 to 10 weeks, guys, hardly 8 to 10 weeks will be there. So it's going to be generally 5 days a week, guys, 5 to 6 days a week. I don't say that. It's going to be 5 days a week, guys. So generally what we are doing here is Saturdays evening sessions, we are canceling them, but not completely every Saturday. Don't say that it is on holiday, depending on the topic. Maybe 1 or 2 weeks, if I give the holiday, 1 week I'm going to have a class like that. Alternatively, once for the 2 weeks, I'm going to conduct the session on Saturday. Maximum it is going to be 5 days a week, guys. And every day the class timing is from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. guys. So daily 1 hour session will be there. Regular practice also going to be required. It's a free software. You can download and install. No need to pay anything. A very convenient platform. But only thing is, guys, it supports only Windows operating systems. So if anybody is using which is going to be the Mac systems, the Power BI does not support, guys. It supports only Windows operating systems only. If you have a Windows operating system, freely you can download and we can install it and we can work with them, guys. No need to pay any money for anybody. But Tableau is not like that. So Tableau is it's going to be, we have to pay. There is some community editions are there, which is going to be works at a free of cost. But here we can access all the premium features at a free of cost. We can get it, guys. Okay. So this is about the today's class, guys. Today is my first session. So just almost all 50 minutes, 55 minutes class has been happened. So just once again, quick review, guys. So today we have covered about like what is data visualization. So data visualization is a skill where we are going to convert the raw formatted data into visuals for easy interpretation of the data for supporting of business decisions. It can be done in 2 ways, coding based and GUI based. Coding means by using the languages like Python, R, etc. GUI based means by using the tools like Power BI, Tableau, etc. In coding based, it will consume the time. It takes more time. Expertise is required. Whereas in GUI based, no expertise is required, no prerequisites. So directly we can just create what you can become an expert within a very less time and without having any prerequisites. These are the different generation reporting tools. The first generation first generation is before 2000. So it is nothing but Crystal reports. Second generation, we are having around some 2000 to 2012, like Cognos, BOS, SSRS, etc. From 2012 to the currently, it is a third generation reporting tools like Power BI, Tableau, ClickSense, etc. is there. And which type of roles you can needs this data visualization expert, like report developers, data analyst people, data engineering, data science people, almost all nowadays everyone. But depending on their requirement and expertise, how much extent they have to learn, that depends on the usage, guys. And this is our training program, what I have been given to you guys. Okay. So that's it about the today's first introduction class, guys. So I can just take 5-10 minutes of your questions and then we can end up the session for today, guys. Anyone, guys, any questions if you have? Yes. Yes, guys. Yes, Sumit. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes,
So, before a few minutes, we discussed that we create the visualization through graphical user interface and coding.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
you recommended that like on a high level, we use coding. Like for data science, people use coding only for visualization.
Yes.
So what coding makes difference, which is not there in GUI thing?
No. So the main reason for the reason here is mostly the data science people. What is the main reason here is for data science, there is no separate tools and softwares are not available. They use the Python completely. They depend on the Python only. Okay. So that's why Python is an open source. So they don't want to use the tools. Everything they want to do by themselves. So mainly there is some advantages also there. The advantage is nothing but generally in GUI based, what is the skill is whatever the feature they have given, you can use only that particular feature only you can use it. You cannot customize it. Even if you can customize it up to some extent only, it is going to be customizable. But coming to the coding base, it is flexible to the user. User can customize as much extent they can do that. So mostly we depend on our customization. So data science people prefer to use something about the coding based only. But whereas whenever we talk about the real application for beautiful reports, dashboarding reports and all these things, if you want to go, better to go for a GUI based only.
Thank you.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyone else, guys? If we have any questions.
Hi, sir.
Yes, hi.
So my question is, like everybody nowadays is learning Power BI and Tableau. So what will be the key differentiator in the process while companies will going to select a candidate for data analyst role or any data-driven technologies role?
Yep. So it depends. So multiple factors are going to be affecting that. That will decide it. Like mainly, see, depending on the role. Like for example, as a data analyst, as I said that. So you have to learn data visualization skill. Apart from that, like SQL, some little bit of Excel, a little bit about Python. So it depends on various factors, like the client, in which country they are working. So simple to say that, like most of the people ask me, so like Tableau, Power BI. So which one is going to be used and how they will decide it? Simple to say that I can simply say that like Tableau is like a premium product, guys, actually. So you know that like premium clients, like in cars are there. So you know that like if you take about the cars like Audi, BMW, Benz, these are some kind of a luxury and premium cars. Whereas if you talk about Maruti, Hyundai, and these are going to be the middle segment or mid segment or a lower
Yes.
segment cars, what we can see. So Power BI is like a Maruti or a Hyundai car, whereas Tableau is going to be like a BMW car. I think you understood the point, what I want to express,
Yeah.
what I want to say that. So some
Yeah.
premium companies, see, that depends on the companies also, whenever there are going to be some multinational companies, so they don't want to use this kind of a small product. They want to show some royalty. They want to show some kind of a luxury in their products also. So this says that we are using a Tableau.
Okay.
So across the worldwide, if you see, Tableau will be more popular. But some economies, if you talk about the countries like in India, if we talk about them. So because you know that economically, so the countries' differences will be there, no? So depending on the clients, like some companies like Germany, Switzerland, Swiss countries, they want to use a premium cars, premium products. So they go for
Yes.
Tableau. So our country, if you see the Asian countries, they prefer to use this kind of but Power BI, ClickSense, these kind of tools, what they will use as.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
Yes. Thanks.
Fine. Anyone else? Anyone else?
So what is the basic difference between Tableau and Power BI?
Just now I told you, both of them are data visualization tool. It looks like a premium environment. Even the environment also, whatever the environment you see also is going to be looks very premium. Just you can say that like an Windows operating system and a Mac system. So if you see that, you can find the difference, right? The performance, the look and feel appearance itself is going to be same as it is. I'll show you the environment also. You will feel that premium, the premium lookup in that tab.
User friendly.
Power BI is a user friendly.
Okay.
Power BI is the most user friendly. It's very easy and simple to work.
And so do we need to learn Excel for Power BI?
And it's not required.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. Anyone else, guys? Okay. So let's end up the session for today, guys. And thanks all of you for attending this demo session. And I'll see you tomorrow at the same time with the same link, guys. As I said, the 2 to 3 demo classes will be there. You can attend it free of cost. After that, you can register for the course, guys.
So, sir, what we'll be covering tomorrow?
Just little bit about coding based, the extension for the today's class, like how do you do it in coding, what are the different stages will be there. And apart from that, I will also tell you, I'm also going to show you how to install the Power BI software in the tomorrow's class.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So thanks for today, guys. We'll meet up in the tomorrow's class. Thanks all of you once again.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, guys. Thanks all of you guys.